Welcome to Daily Musings from Sacred Ground. January 6th marks in the Christian calendar the Feast of the Epiphany. So this is the day that we commemorate the Magi, the three Wisemen, the three kings, visiting Jesus and offering the baby lying there in the manger, the gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Now, I have a memory from my childhood, or memories from my childhood, growing up in the 1960s and 70s in Struthers, Ohio, just outside of Youngstown, that around this time, the Roman Catholic priest would come and visit our home. Well, this was a rare event. The priest seldom comes to your home. And he would come for a blessing of the house. I'm not sure of the details, but my memory tells me I have a sense of remembering a smell of incense. I think he would go with holy water from room to room and bless each room. And then, what's most clear is he would go to our front door, and on the wood above the door, he would take a piece of chalk and he would write. And let's say the new year was 1968. He would write 19 C plus M plus B 68. Well, those of you with a theological mindset, I'll let you muse on that for a minute. 19 C plus M plus B 68. What might that mean? Well, it is said that that stands for Caspar, Melchior, and Balthazar, the three Magi, the three kings, the three wise men. Now, here's the thing, which I think is lovely. We only have the story of the Magi in one of the four Gospels, in the Gospel of Matthew chapter 2. But in that Gospel, we are not given the names of these wise men, and we're not told how many there are. We're told there's gold, frankincense, and myrrh, and from that now we have the three, and we have these names which have come from folkloric tradition. But this has been honored for centuries. So this is another tradition that doesn't come from the Bible, but certainly comes from our ancestors. And speaking of the ancestors, one of the things I love is that this is a Slavic tradition. I'm half Slovak American as my ethnic heritage, and this was the priest coming from the Slovak Roman Catholic Church. And the Slavic people have a long history of regarding the home as a sacred space and recognizing household spirits, sometimes called Dziady, who are kind of there, watching over the home, watching over us, and these household spirits are sometimes associated with departed ancestors. So all of that is in there, and I invite myself and I invite you to think about this idea of honoring the space where we live, creating a sense of the sacred, re-sacralizing our homes. I sometimes call this the Om of home, that recognition of the special sacred nature of this place where we dwell. And it really doesn't matter if it's an apartment that you live in by yourself that you moved into a couple of weeks ago, or it may be an ancestral home that you have dwelled in for decades, that people have lived in for generations. How do we give a sense of sacred? How do we imbue a sense of sacred, re-sacralize that space that we call home? And we may want to do it annually. We may want to draw from something like this tradition, or we may draw from other rituals as well. It's an invitation to honor the spaces where we dwell, to reinvest in the sacredness of home, to re-sacralize as we touch the Om of home. I'm Michael Malley, and you've been listening to Daily Musings from Sacred Ground.